I'm joined with Scott Petsel from Metallic Minerals here at the Commodities Global Expo 2024 in Fort Lauderdale. Scott, thanks for joining us.
Thanks, it's great to be here. We're having a great time this week in Florida.
So Scott, let's start off talking about the gold market. It's turned into a thing where every morning I go to check my phone and it seems like we're hitting all-time highs. I haven't checked this morning, but I feel like when I do, there's a pretty good chance that I'm going to see all-time highs. What's your read right now on, I know you guys are more of a silver-focused company, but obviously everything's correlated here. Let's talk about gold and then maybe a little bit about silver and sort of what your read on those markets are.
Well, we seem really to be at the beginning of a real upturn in the markets. We've waited a long time for this to happen. All our companies in the junior space have been undervalued, and to see the metals really lead this upturn is quite encouraging to all of us. And record gold prices, I see them continuing, and I think silver is going to follow.
Yeah, it's still like we're starting to see a bit of an uptake in some of the silver equities and names. We're starting to see a little bit of volume kick in, but when I look at some of the silver names we talked to, chatting with them a year ago, silver was trading under $20. They seemed like it was really depressing conversations because they built their companies for $30 plus silver, and now we're there. How much does, if silver continues to have this momentum, let's just say theoretically silver were to hit $50 in the next 2 years and stay there, how much does that change your strategy as the operator of a junior silver company?
Well, I think one of the things you'll see, obviously, if silver goes to $50, every junior that's in the silver space is going to be revalued and grow in value significantly. And I think Metallic Minerals, our company, would do the same. How it will change our strategy? Well, our focus really at this point has been on our La Plata project in Colorado, which is more of a copper, silver, gold, platinum, palladium project. And that may not necessarily change, but with higher silver price, we may be able to raise more money to do more exploration to move our Keno Silver project from a 18 million ounce resource upwards of 50 million ounces in a season or two. And that would be, largely something I think we'd be very interested in.
Okay, so high level, let's talk about Metallic Minerals. You guys have a copper, sort of silver asset, zinc asset in Colorado.
That's correct.
And then you guys also have a silver asset in the Yukon, and is it a gold royalty?
Well, yeah. So that is the third leg of our company. Really is this alluvial or placer mining gold royalty. That we're the third largest alluvial claim holder in the Yukon territories, the famous Klondike district of the Yukon. We go out and stake ground, do the permitting, do a little bit of exploration, and then find qualified operators to come in and actually mine gold. So you don't see a lot of junior companies in our space, like Metallic Minerals, that are making a royalty revenue from gold production to help offset our back office costs or to minimize dilution to our shareholders as we supplement exploration costs in our work.
Is Klondike Gold, that royalty agreement, are they in production?
They're in production. We had last year we had Parker Schnabel, who is essentially the star of Gold Rush television on the Discovery Channel, as an operator on our project, and he produced over 1,000 ounces, like 1,300 ounces in 21 days of production. So we actually seem to have been able to continue that kind of work in 2024, and we'll be looking to expand with new operators. So we see the ability to add up to, say, 10 operators on our projects there in the Yukon to perhaps get to $1 million or $2 million of revenue per year through that alluvial production.
Now I see you guys have managed to secure Newcrest, which is now Newmont, as a major shareholder. How did you get them involved?
Well, I tell you, we acquired our La Plata project in 2019. We did the preliminary work, the data review, the compilation, the early stage exploration, drilled our first hole in 2021, put out an inaugural resource following that. In 2022, we drilled an 816 meter hole of continuous mineralization that went 0.41% copper equivalent with high grade at the end of that hole that was multi-gram platinum, multi-gram palladium, multi-gram gold, high silver, and 10% copper. And we announced those results to the public in February of 2023, took drill core to PDAC in Toronto in March of 2023. By the end of that week, we'd had all the majors come by, and Newcrest had expressed interest in doing a deal based on those results, because they recognize that this is a alkalic porphyry system, which is usually a precious metal rich version of the porphyry deposit, these big copper producers. And they said, well, that's the kind of thing that they were mining in Australia. And they said, we like these kind of systems, we want to do a deal. And by May of last year, we had a 9.5% strategic equity investment by Newcrest. And then we've subsequently seen Newmont in November take over Newcrest.
So if I'm looking at your share structure, what do I need to know? Like where's most of the money been raised? Are there any other noteworthy investors that our audience should know about? What can you tell us about the share structure?
Yeah, well, I think the key thing is, 17% is owned by management and our close associates, so we are well invested in our company. Eric Sprott, the big silver focused investor, owns, I think, what is it now, 9% of our company? And then, 14% of our company. And Newmont, with their investment, is 9.5%. So we've got a good base of strong shareholders, a mix of institutional and retail owners as well. And, we've got 187 million shares issued and outstanding, and a little less than $1.5 million in cash right now to work with. So we'll be looking at some point to do an equity raise here to really strengthen our ability to get exploration work done at our Keno Silver project and our La Plata project in Colorado.
Okay. Well, thanks for joining us today. I think that you guys are obviously one of those names that silver investors are going to want to have on their watch list. I know that there's some copper, zinc, and a little bit of cash flow coming in, but I think based on the data we're getting on our website, there's lots of investors that are now really doing their homework on silver names, and I'm sure that you're one of the names that they're going to want to have on their watch list. So thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, really appreciate the time, and thank you.